What's up, guys? Welcome to brobeatz. Today we're going to be exposing complex chords. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to the question of the day, which is, in your opinion, what are the most difficult type of melodies to make? Leave your answers down in the comment section down below. Let's hop into the video. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to grab in a scale. I'm going to default to my F sharp minor. All right, we have a little electric piano here. So this will be the easiest thing I will ever show you that will kind of have the biggest difference in your chords. So zoom in. And let's make this real easy. So the first thing that you want to do is just put down a chord. It could be any scale that you want to use and any chord that you want to use. So if you want to, augment it, it will work here. It will work with anything. Let's do a suspended second and put it here on our root. So once you have your chord down, the last step is just find a note within that range. So what I mean by that is, if you look, this note here, this note here, so anything from here to here you can use. So everything in between, quite literally every single thing in there, right? So pretty much what we're gonna do is add a note and then just see what you like. Right, you can take one of these notes as well. I like this note, so I'm gonna use this. And then lastly, all you do is you just pull it down an octave. Don't pull it up, pull it down an octave first. All right, and then you're just gonna pretty much, what this is gonna do is change the bass line. And then now you have a new chord. So now to make this complex, what you could do is you could take this, and let me make this center for you. You could take this note that you just copied, and I'll change the color, and you can make a chord out of it, right? Just like this. And if you want to, you can pull this up an octave and then continue the chord. And this will give you kind of complex chords because it won't really fall in line, but it'll still sound good. And you can kind of use other tricks. You can do plus ones, you can do all type of stuff, but this is kind of like the gist of it. If you want to, you can do something like this. We are in the third beat grid, yeah. You can kind of roll them out like this. Let's pull these back. Get a nice little chord here. All right, and that's pretty much it, right? So I'll just pretty much next just show you a few tricks. So if you did want to do something like this, let's make it a little different. So if you have a chord like this, same thing. So just to kind of do this over again, let's take the yellow. So we're going to place a note. If you want to do something like this, you would just pull it down, right? And you can place a note here, and then now you have different sounding chords. If you wanted to pull this up, this could work. Okay, so remember, context does matter when making chords. So like if I pull this up, it's going to sound bad. It has a lot of tension now, but this by itself sounds good. So keep that in mind. So that's how you do it. So what I want to do now is go over how to make an actual chord progression from this. So let's go ahead and do that. Next, we're just gonna make a chord progression together. So I'll just show you some tips and tricks to make it easier for you when building out a chord progression from scratch. So first, again, place down one chord. This could be the chord, and you add that in between note. You could do this one. It doesn't really matter, whatever you think sounds good. Okay, it's already sounding pretty nice. And of course you could take this further if you want to do everything we did before, where you kind of did stuff like that, you can, but I want to keep this part simple at least. So now I'm gonna just copy this over for time's sake. I'm gonna just show you different ways to kind of get your bass notes and different chords. So we're gonna pull down this B here. So we're gonna recolor that, pull that down. So this is our new bass note. And then you can insert another note. So you have to insert that other note to kind of recolor it. And we could do something here. And the reason I added this one is because it's down here, so it's automatically in harmony. So pay attention to things like that too. All right, so now it's like, okay, do you really want to keep doing this? We want to find some other notes here. So what we can do is take this, right? And then we're going to make a chord upward or downward. You make a chord, if you don't know, you make a chord by skipping every other note within the scale. Within the scale are these white lines. Okay, so make a chord backwards. We could delete it and take this. So pretty much what we did was this method, but backwards, right? To find a new bass line. So we have to rebuild our chords to find what chords work. So we're going to take this, pull that up, and make a chord backwards from this. And then we have to delete this note. Now you don't have to, it still sounds good, but we want to recolor it since we changed the bass note. And then you just pick a new note. It could be this one, whatever note that you think sounds good. And that's pretty much it. Right now, at this point, you're probably like, okay, I don't know what chord to do next. So all you need to do is use the lead tone. The lead tone is the note that you hear the most out of the chord. So that will usually be the top notes. Right, so now you just pick one note that you think sounds good. And we could probably be like this one. Right, and then you can keep this going forever if you want to. It's up to you. So this was a little different. I'm gonna just make this note. Well, I guess we can keep it like this. So to get the lead tone, as is an old trick I showed, all you need to do is make a chord backwards from this note. So we're gonna do this just like so, and I'm gonna recolor these to green, and then you want to add that note. So it's the same process, right? You can add this, pull that in, and it'll all work. Let's play it. And it's as simple as that. So that's the method. That's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.